So much garbage. Ay, ay, ay. All right. Clean rag. I'm just waiting for more people to join in, hopefully. Takes a little while for the number to update, so I don't know when to start. Oops. I'm gonna need I see a couple people joining in. The annoying part is because of my parking situation. If I want to get to that side of the garage, I have to climb over the bed. And I have a feeling eventually I'm going to need to get to that toolbox. But we can worry about that later. Oh, okay, number jumped up. So I got some people joining now. All right. All right, as is tradition, we'll start this way. So, what are we doing? Okay, last week we picked between fixing the MR2 or working on the K truck. We decided to work on the K truck. The K truck has been running extremely rich, not idling, kind of sputtering while driving. So we went and removed what used to be there, which is this carb. The plan is to take apart the carb, clean it, and rebuild it with this kit. I have never taken apart a carb. I barely know how one works, so this is going to be interesting. My guess is that I'm going to put this together and it's never going to work right, and I'm going to end up buying a new carb. But I guess we will see what happens. So that's the plan today, is to actually disassemble. So I got it in a drip pan to kind of contain everything, even though it should be dry. And we'll see how far we get. Oh, APM Auto. My friend, if there's an easy hack job way to try to do it, I have tried it. I had someone else suggest that to me, and I revved her up, put my hand over it, hoping it would suck up whatever gum there was, and it did not make a change, unfortunately. So trust me, if there's a way to be lazy, I have looked for it. That being said, this is a Japanese vehicle. All these screws are Japanese spec, which are a little different, so we gotta be careful taking them out so we don't strip them. But I guess it's time to start disassembling this thing. So we're kind of at the point of no return. I have, nope, that's brake clean. I have carb cleaner, so if we get to that point, we see anything that needs to be cleaned, we can do it. The footage isn't going to be great at times because I'm doing this one-handed, but we'll find out. But yeah, any suggestions people think of, please feel free to throw them at me. I also have to, 6'4", 420. The #1 fan coming back, what's up? If I seem low energy or if my voice sounds worse than normal and more annoying than normal on camera, it's because I got pretty sick this week because it's that season. But I don't know, I'm just dealing. You know, I didn't want to let everyone down. So my logic here is this is the bottom of the carb, and I'm just gonna work my way through it. I did watch one video briefly after last week. I was working on this, and I don't remember all too much. So took those 3 screws off. There's a parting line here, so I'm assuming this has to come off, which it did. There's a spring in there. I got gas all over myself, so pretty cool. Good start. There's a good amount of parts here, so what I'm gonna do is, well, my plan, I will try to have everything in the order I took it off because I'm not gonna remember all this goes. And as we take it off, I'll try to keep it organized. So those 3 there, plus these 3 screws. We've officially removed our first part of the carb, and I immediately reek of gasoline. So here's one thing I already don't like. This looks like a gasket here that I don't have in my kit. So I don't know what gives with that. So we're gonna leave that for now, and we'll continue taking this one off. All right, these screws are on a little harder, so I'm gonna have to put the phone down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I failed you. It's only for a second, I promise. Oh, you son of a bitch. Wow, those are not coming off. So I would definitely put that part you just took off back on so it doesn't fall out. Yeah, I will in a second. I just want to see where this leads me. Except I can't get these goddamn screws off. There we go, that's one. That's 2. I just had to be a man about it. 3. 4. I just had to be a man about it. All right, so let's see what kind of surprise this has for us. Did you get WD-40 at least? No, I'm stupid. I forgot. Oh, there's another spring in there pushing it apart. I'm telling you, we're gonna put this back together and it's never gonna work as intended. I'm gonna have to spend money to just buy a new rebuilt one. My hopes for this is pretty low. I don't call these streams YouTube's best mechanic. All right, so first good sign, that pops out, which looks like that. So I've got some resemblance between what I'm doing and what I'm ready for. All right, so we got a spring that fell out. So we're gonna put this guy over here, put these screws all together. And that spring sits over here. As I do this and I see that viewer number go up, it makes me nervous. Do I have a can of duster? Yeah, I huff it all the time. I actually do, funny enough. That was a joke about huffing. So I'll get that ready too. Fat gasket around here. Do not have that. So, as we sit, none of this makes sense to me yet. But this whole bowl on the bottom, 1, 2, 3, those 3 screws, I think that'll be my next step. And I think that's going to reveal a lot to us. So a little bit of background, just to make it, I'm sorry, I have to put my phone down. What started all this? I know I mentioned it before, but I don't know if people remember we're here, but this all started when I was working on my MR2 over there, which had been abandoned for 12 years. And I didn't know what to do with the gas, so I thought diluting it in this truck would be an easy way to get rid of it. And that is where all my problems started. So I think we just have a case of, you know, old gas building up and clogging a jet or something. I don't think it's going to be a gasket problem, or, you know, something like one of these electric solenoids for the choke malfunctioning. I don't think that's going to be the case either. I mean, I'll still test everything so I can make sure it works and just kind of take it apart and learn about it. Because the only way I can watch videos and other people do it all day, I'm not going to retain anything, but if I do it myself, I can usually remember how it goes. I don't know what that says about me, but I'm not good at sitting, watching and learning. I got to do it, which unfortunately is a pretty expensive lesson most of the time. All right, we took the 3 screws off. This whole bowl is going to come off. I think this will give us some answers. That came off, which I will put over here like that. It feels like it's being held on by something, but I'm not quite sure. I'm I'm gonna carefully take it off with 2 hands, so I gotta put my phone back down. I'm sorry, I know, this is not good camera work, but it's literally me just working with a phone. Okay, there we go. Now this is what I was afraid of. It looks clean. She looks pretty clean. So let's see what we got here. I believe this is the main bowl. And yeah, not that much buildup. The gasket we have over there looks right, so that's another good sign. This is like a little needle plunger for the thing we just took out. So I can take that out and clean it. But it looks pretty good. Didn't get any gas in there, it looks like. You know, now that you say that, I mean, this all looks pretty wet. This looks pretty dry. So you may have a point. I did have it upside down, but it wouldn't dry that quick. So I'm gonna put that over there. We'll continue our investigation. 6 foot 420, you are my guide. All right, so the float seems free floating. So that's a good sign. So these take the secondary out. I don't know what the secondary is. You gotta talk to me like a kindergartner. I believe you're referring to the jets, primary and secondary jet. Okay, I'm close. Secondary jet. Which one would that be? Would that be 1, 2, or 3? I'm gonna assume 1. Six foot 420 is MVP of the night already. We're gonna look back in the sand and it's gonna be one set of footprints because you were carrying me the whole time. All right, so I see a little cutout for a flathead, so I'm assuming it just unscrews. Hold what? Hold on. See if it's tight. Oh. Seems pretty tight. It's not going anywhere. It's not moving. Oh, don't I have to count the number of rotations when I take it off? Is that a true statement? Or is that like just the, no, it's seated? All right, we're gonna take her off. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to put this back down. I'm gonna have to put that back down, get you guys a pretty good angle here. What did I just do? All it looks like is I just dented the metal in here. So maybe I should use a small wrench. So let's go to literally the one organized part of my garage, well, my life really. And I know I have a set, these small wrenches. But wrenches, the only organized part of my life. That is not really an exaggeration. Does the car run? Not anymore. It did run. It ran really rich. It wouldn't idle long. I had to keep dabbling on the throttle to keep it alive. It would die in intersections. I would have to, it was really embarrassing all the time. It was just a mess. So I said, enough is enough. Let's see what I can do here. What is this, 6? Nope. 9. Come on, I have these perfect little wrenches and none of them are gonna work. There we go, okay. Honda Acti, yes sir. It is a Honda Acti. It's kind of surprising how quickly people guess that when they pop in here. All right, so let's, all right, that feels like it loosened in a healthy manner. All right. Okay. So we got a bunch of weird green garbage on it. Now I'm going to assume these jets are not supposed to have a bunch of weird green garbage on it. And if my understanding is right, these things are pretty sensitive to contamination. All right, sick. I mean, that's good. Finding a problem's good. I was low energy. I'm sorry I was low energy. I've been sick, but now I'm feeling better. Okay, saw one for sale, 13,500. That is outrageous. I bought this thing years ago, I think for like four grand. But I'm in it for a lot more money because I just made poor choices and kind of helped a buddy out. The make and model is a 1997 Honda Acti. Ruse Behazai, I can't read, I'm sorry. Said hi, hello to you too. Okay, now, secondary, contaminated, looks like garbage. I'm gonna assume the rest of them look like garbage, right? We're gonna have to dig a little deeper. All right, so I'm gonna, right here. I'm gonna work around in order. Secondary's there. So we took out, oh shit, yeah, look at all that in there. So that'll do it, huh? All right. We took out number 1, which you said was the secondary. What's number 2 and what's number 3? You know what that is? That's probably not corrosion. That's probably just what 12-year-old gasoline did when it was introduced to, you know, the system. And you know what? That was a little oopsie I did. Hello, everyone. Is everything organized in his garage? Yeah, it's organized. Look how organized I'm being right here in this specific area. All right, but what's 2 and 3? 1 is secondary, 2, and I'm assuming 3 is, this is the primary, so it's number 2. Number 2 is idle. All right, so we got secondary, idle, primary. The follow-up question to that, do I take them out the same way? Or do I have to like remember a specific rotation? Don't speak too soon, Whaley Mike. Look at all that buildup right there. And look on the inside, on the needle. pull everything in deep clean. All right, I'm gonna start taking these apart, and rotation is for air fuel mixture. All right, so these jets, everything just seats in all the way, and we adjust afterwards. All right, got it. All right. I guess we'll figure it out. Just use a manual after installation. For installation. So, Roma, do I strike you as the type of person to read a manual? I'm asking strangers on the internet to feed me instructions live as I do this, going in completely blind. All right, so let's pull them all. This thing is gonna fire up so nice. All right, loosen this guy up. That is Zenith Bendix. I have no idea what words you're saying to me. Oh, so it's okay, Roma. I'm just, I'm being a wise guy. I don't mean to be rude. This guy has a little needle in it. I'm assuming that's intentionally supposed to stay in there. All right, Roma, quick, just because I was mean to you. I'll back up real quick. I used to work on this project, and then it's broken. Now I have this project, a Honda Active mini truck. It's broken. And that's where we're at now. We took out the carburetor. I am learning live how a carburetor works through the fine people of this chat. And that's where we're at, Roma. And, oh yeah, you also asked me if I was organized, right? Was that you? Oh no, instruction manual. Yeah, I'm not the type of person to. So I know this float comes out. Get that fuel out before you try to run it again, or inline filter. You definitely need carb cleaner, brushes, slide the pin out. All right. We're working on it. I don't think I have, yeah, I do. I might. Let's see where we're at. Let's slide this pin out. Pins out. Now it's getting spooky. All right, so hold on. The float has this attached to it, which I would assume regulates how much gas goes into the bowl. Let's inspect this bad Larry. This guy looks pretty good. We'll give it a cleaning, but looks pretty good to me. So float and pin are gonna go over here. I'm working in a circle because, you know, that's logical. It's the Toyota way, right? Look where it seats. Pin dry. Pin dry. I mean, it looks pretty dry. It's been out for a while. It's been out for a week. Does the black tip have an indentation on it? All right, let me check. Doesn't look like it. It actually looks pretty good. Like here, I'm putting it against the light background. I wish my thing focused, but that actually looks pretty sound. So in my non-expert opinion, I'm not going to worry about that right now. That looks okay. Back in the bowl over here. everything else around here, well, so everything inside looks pretty clean. Inside the jets, look at that. No bien. That's probably where my problem was. So what's the move here, Chief? I got a little pin in there and I got that. So is the plan actually to just take little, see the jet down inside? Yeah, don't look too bad. Did you ever use ethanol gasoline like most regular gasoline? No, okay. I need to come clean. We have more people joining, so I need to explain to everybody how much of an idiot I am. Project number 1 was an abandoned card that I restored. Well, you know, I did what I call restored, and had 12-year-old gas in it. I didn't know what to do with all that gasoline, so I poured it into this truck, slowly diluting it, thinking nothing bad would happen. And something bad happened, and that's where I am. That pin is attached to the piston up top. I gotta look in there and see. Oh yeah, because there's a choke. There's the throttle body and the choke. That's right. Geez Louise. So, what do I do about all that in there? Do I just start going at it with a little brush? All this stuff in here. Is there more disassembly I should do? Well, you guys answer that. Man, I used to have little brushes. I swear I did. Not up here on my top shelf. Fun fact, I had these brushes from they're soft bristle because I I'll eat the diaphragms. The duality of carbs, huh? You gotta clean it, but then it's gonna ruin everything in there. Anyways, I used these brushes for the oil ports when I was building my K-series. The brush is made from steel, so I will be careful because this is all brass. The bristles are soft, but the handle is. All right, so spray carb cleaner in here and just start scrubbing away. Is that the game plan? Those brushes are too big. Don't tell me that, man. You guys are scaring me. I can kind of get it in there, work around. Yeah, look at that. I wish this thing would focus. No, you need to take the diaphragm up top first. All right, start disassembling from the top. All right, I got you. I got you, don't worry. We're making progress though. Okay, I'm sorry, I have to put this down again. Again, I'm holding a phone while doing this. I can only do so much one-handed. So let's take this bad layer off. Another thing I'm also excited for is putting this back on and not remembering for the life of me where all the hoses attach. For a lawnmower engine, I take offense to that. That carb is complicated. Yeah, because I know it has the electric solenoids, electric choke and all that. I'm almost motivated enough to convert it to EFI, but then I just think about needing an ECU and all that. All right, top bowl off. I'm gonna put that here along with the spring. Yeah, geez. I'm gonna put this over here. All right, this is what the top looks like. Here's your gander, sir. I wish I had more to offer than bad cell phone view. Ultrasonic cleaner. Now take the other one off. What the hell's the other one? What else can I take off from this? Also, ultrasonic cleaner, torch tip cleaner, like, look at these conditions. Is that the type of tools you expect me to have? Three bolts, what you just took off by there. On the other side? With the hose. Oh. Oh, okay. Again, sorry. Sorry. I wish there was a camera I could wear like on a hat to really give a good point of view instead of me just holding my phone like an idiot. This screw kind of feels like shit. I did not like how that felt. Oh, first step to stripping it right there. Man, these things are stubborn. I hope. Aw, man. Well, now what? God damn it. This was on track to be the first project I did without breaking a bolt. So, game plan. Tighten these two. Back up. And act like that never happened, all right? Well, you know, that's just how it goes when I work on stuff. You guys shouldn't be surprised. If you guys, well, I'm assuming this is a bunch of people who have been like swiping and found this by chance. But if you watch any of my videos, if there's one thing I'm proficient at, it's breaking bolts. Because apparently I have the hands of a caveman. So, that carb looks crusty anyways. I'm telling you, I think I'm just gonna eBay one that someone rebuilt eventually. Deadass, just replace it. Yeah, I know. I know. Okay, so what do we think? Do we think continue with these two and see what it looks like? And just deal with this later? Yeah. That's what I'll do. Like, isn't it sad how unfazed I am by a broken bolt? It's just expected at this point. Huh? You guys like 2 for 2? Two broken bolts. Pretty sweet. And then this one's stripping. So, how can I get this off? I see how it's yeah, I know, Japanese, it's these, the Japanese spec screws. I know a lot of people that work on like antique Japanese motorcycles, they have those, different spec screwdrivers because like the pitch of this is different, so you're more likely to strip it. But I would love to just at least break this last one. But now I'm just stripping it. Okay. That's a bummer. Do I have a bigger screwdriver? Let's go in my nicely organized garage someone was asking me about. Not looking good. Is there a dot on top of the screw? Not on top of the screw. Yeah, there's no shot. I'm gonna get it with this. Damn. Damn. Yeah, that is soft metal. That is soft metal. So this guy isn't coming off. Well, evidently it's not going back on. Have a Dremel? I do have a Dremel somewhere here to just cut the head off. Man, I don't know if I want to Dremel this right now. Is there any support? Use a flathead? Oh, like you mean Dremel a whole slot across and just use a flathead? I could do that. I don't know if that's worth it. Is there any support under that part? Oh, so to remove it? No, there's this whole mechanical mechanism. So let's figure out how this works. We got this mechanism that pushes on this, which is spring-loaded, which turns this, which in turn pushes up on that. I don't think I have a good vice grip in this garage, which is, you know, for someone of my stature and someone of my mechanical abilities, you would think vice grips is like I kind of went through a bit of a, I don't know, I want to say not a divorce, but just me and some people that used to work on things together all kind of don't work on things as much, so all our tools got split up. Ben, I saw you say vice grip. I'm sorry. I'm not perfect. I need to work on my communication. I know this. I don't even know where my Dremel tool is. Yeah, I don't have a good vice grip. Those pliers with the nose down might work. These things? My tools did get divorced. Yeah, it's funny, after I broke that. All right, hold on. This is becoming nonsense. I know how this is gonna end. And it's fine. Man, none of these have good teeth on them. I don't even want to show what I'm about to do on camera, but let's see. If it's soft metal, maybe I can just grab the shit out of it. We're going into real hack job territory here. But that's okay. Yeah, no shot. There is absolutely no shot that's gonna work. Nope. It is pretty soft metal though. You can see me marring it up. Ah, stupid screwdriver. I wish I had a bigger one. No, Patel, I don't think it turned a bit. I think you're just an optimistic guy. Yeah, this is the blue one. Get some oil on the threads underneath. Do I even have penetrating oil here anymore? I sure do. Get the blue channel locks. You know, it's funny. I'm over here dealing with all these like delicate little parts, and I have 3 people helping me out, but when a screw breaks, all of a sudden I got a whole mob ready to pounce, giving me a bunch of crazy ideas. Someone should do me a quick little favor. How much does a rebuilt Honda Acti carburetor go for on eBay? I will say I got a big garage improvement in the works. I did have PB Blaster the whole time, but that was also, at that moment, that was also news to me too, so just move past that. Ignore that happened. Man, I do not have anything useful in here. Nothing useful in there. Nothing useful up there. Get the hammer. What's the hammer gonna do for me? You want me to tap this thing? I'll get Old Faithful. This is my favorite hammer. Machined it myself. Do you have a grind to split? Use a flathead. That's last resort. I know I don't have the Japanese screws. I'm just trying to force some integration here, you know? Sorry, I have to put this down for a second. Let's see if I'm very careful. No, that's terrible. It's not because use a hammer as you turn. That's so much work, man. I don't think I can. I'll try, but no, I don't have any good vice grips, surprisingly. I'm gonna keep tightening it. Hope maybe it breaks because the threads on the tightening side, nope, those threads are messed up too. All right, you know what? This stream has, forget about Honda Acti and carburetors. This stream has become the age-old battle of me against Bolt. All right, me against Bolt. I actually have a whole video dedicated to me removing a broken bolt. Carb 130 to 200 on eBay. Okay. Yeah, I think I called it me versus Bolt versus Alien versus Predator or something like that because I thought it was funny. And I got a whole like 200 views, so that's how funny it really was. Where's my Dremel? Yeah, you guys like this organization? Pretty successful. Don't worry, big changes coming soon. What snowboard is that? It is Organized Chaos. I don't remember what snowboard it is. I'm not much of a snowboarder. I did it for a little bit, but then I keep getting hurt, so I stopped. I was more of a skateboarder. You guys like this? I have a whole kit, but no Dremel in sight. Pretty sweet. Now I just gotta find the Dremel. I'm gonna get it with this sucker. My used oil pit for me to step in. See, you guys like to set booby traps like that in your own garage, so in case I'm in a hurry one day, I remind myself to slow down. That's pretty cool. That's gonna make me really happy one day. I'm still at 0 oil pans spilled. Ugh, I'm sorry if I'm coughing into the camera. Whatever bug is going around, I definitely caught it. All right, now I gotta, see, I have the ultimate workshop setup. where if I want to go from this side to this side, I got to walk all over my work area. It's pretty ideal. So all these sensitive parts and like that keeps me on my toes. Let me try it with these guys, the channel locks. Nope, there's no way. It'll grip it. Well lit because of that. I won't complain about cold. It's actually okay. It's a little chilly, but I used to back when I started with a project car, if you go back to like my really old videos, I used to shoot those in a storage unit that was not supposed to have cars in it on the bad part of town. And in my videos, you can see my breath in the winter because there's no heat. So I understand the struggle. Oh, come on. There we go. So I'm just putting the tool on the Dremel real quick. All right. What's the strategy here? Do I just go and cut the head off, or do I cut a slot in it? What does everybody want to see? Because this is no longer about the carburetor. This is just everyone getting excited about a broken bolt because we've all dealt with it. Slot, slot, slot. All right. Yeah, Ben, this is more of like this is just more of everyone rallying around a broken bolt, and I'm just gonna order a new carb probably. But taking it apart is still cool because I can see how it works. All right, so hold on. I need to get an extension. Boys love their slots, that's right. I did find a cutting wheel. Actually, got to get the achievement, exactly. We're all about to level up right here. Get a nice safe workbench. So I will accept a lot of your comments, but the one I will not accept is negligence, all right? See that? Proper PPE. Engineering Explained live. I think I'd give Engineering Explained a run for his money. Except, you know, I'm not as good as talking and presenting and all that, but I think engineering knowledge versus engineering knowledge, I think I could hang. All right, wish me luck. I mean, not gonna lie, that's a pretty sick live stream. Where else are you gonna see a hack job like this live and live it, you know, get that rush? That one was definitely for the boys. Do you like my craftsmanship of having a off-center slot on it? That's pretty cool. Oop, I gotta grab a flathead now. The second most organized part of my garage. My little magnetic strip for my screwdrivers here. Let's see if it actually works. We're moving. Except now we're stuck again. Keep moving. I mean, look at this. That was for the boys. That is just pure Saturday night activities. I know, I was about to say that. That's the only one that's actually coming out too, which is just incredible. How am I not getting fire emojis or something? That was pure hack job and it just worked. That is just pure artwork. You gotta love that. And it's the only one that backs all the way out. That is just so stupid. Oh, what is that? Factory Loctite? All right, so what do we got in here? Back to focusing. Now that we broke out a Dremel for a simple carb rebuild. This guy is gonna go over here on the top end section. So we got a little diaphragm here. So yeah, this electric solenoid, blah, 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 the gears pushes that pin, which pushes the spring. So I guess that makes sense. How the hell can I get these off? But we'll worry about that later. So nothing in here looks amiss. This diaphragm looks completely intact. Everything looks clean. And it's free floating. Like it moves fine. I'm not gonna move it too much. So get that diaphragm out. Yeah, I know heat kills Loctite because Loctite's just like isn't it like a plastic that reacts or something? Or maybe not quite a plastic, but yeah, it just melts it down and then it frees up. But I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't think we need to. Let's go back. Actually, there's one more. It's getting kind of late. I've already been doing this for a little bit. There's one more thing I want to check that might be cool to see. So this carb. Oof, sorry. This carb has these electric solenoids. And I would actually love to know if they work, but I'm seeing how hard it is to get out. This one's just held on by one Phillips, it looks like. So I am not gonna turbo the Acti. My days of modifying a powertrain are behind me. I've already there's like 3 people in this that have heard me bitch and moan about that. So I'm gonna spare them. Oh, geez, that's not coming out. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's see if this one comes out. I'm just doing this for me now. I'm removing a solenoid. 12-volt apply. Ed. My man Ed over there knows exactly what I'm about to do. And I was just going to do it for the love of the game here because I have nothing to gain from this anymore other than just have fun with it. Except all of these are such a pain in the ass to take off. I just want easy access to one. Let's see if I can get this off. Oh man, that thing's impossible to take out. Yep, you can use a 9-volt battery. That's exactly what I was gonna do. You guys are ruining the surprise. Except the thing that sucks is I can't even take it off, so there is no surprise. Holy shit, this thing is... Let me use my strong hand here. Yeah, no go. I guess I'll try to take off this top one. I'm sorry. PB blaster home slice. Yeah, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Who am I to say no? What about a 9-volt battery? I'll explain shortly. Except I don't have a 9-volt battery. I was just going to use the battery on the truck. Get in there. Thank you. You got a smoke detector? Yeah. No, I haven't learned. I'm not a quick learner. I have a smoke detector. And should be on. So a really embarrassing story. When I finished building this motor, I hooked everything up and I was able to get it to crank. I pulled the coil packs out and it was cranking and, you know, whatever. Then it started up and I shut it off. And I was excited because it didn't, you know, blow up. So then I scheduled an appointment with my tuner to remote into my computer. So I turned the car on and the car's straight piped in here, so it's super loud. And he's trying to talk to me, and then the carbon monoxide detector starts going off. And the call was just a mess, and I really embarrassed myself and wasted his time. So that's a fun memory I think of every time I look at that carbon monoxide detector. So I was literally holding the phone in my hand, trying to unplug the CO detector, holding the phone right up to the screeching alarm. So I really pissed that guy off, the guy that tuned my car. I'm gonna take this top one off because this other one's giving me too much of a issue. So I have to take this bracket off to get this thing off so I can just do the stupid little trick with it. So maybe I'm not going to do that. So here's the real question. New used carb or get 3 bolts. All right. Here's my honest answer to that. Do you have a torch? I do not have a torch, and that's probably a good thing. The honest answer to that is I need this truck. I'll give you guys a little bit of inside baseball. I need this truck running pretty soon because I am moving, so everything needs to be out of this garage. And my confidence in putting this all back together and taking the time to get 3 new bolts and then the right thing and all that and then put it in is pretty low to get that done in time. I do have a lighter and I do have carb cleaner. So right now I'm thinking, I know 3 bolts is easy, but the rest of it, I'm not confident I'm gonna make it run nicely. I really don't think I'll make it run nicely. A new carb is less of a crapshoot than my handiwork. So those are my honest thoughts right now. I gotta do a little bit of research. Oh, hey, look, this comes out. I don't think there is a new Honda OEM part for it. Put that over there. Does the truck need to drive far? Not too far. So that's what the inside looks like. And this is what the needle looks like. Looks pretty clean. So it's just a bunch of So let me get this right. We got this guy on the top. How the hell does this shit work? Let's figure this out. So this needle is tapered. And based on where this needle is floating, that's how big the gap is. So we're talking a minute gap. So all of this junk probably was clogging up that gap. If my understanding is right. Why did I start this process? It ran bad and wouldn't idle long at all. It ran super rich and would not idle. Huh. Yeah, I tried all the adjustments I could do. Nothing would work. It made 0 difference. I would spin it all the way lean, and it would still be running incredibly rich. All right. No, the secondary jet is so bad, Ben. Yeah, the secondary jet. I'll show our friend Ben here. This is what it looked like when I took it out. Yeah, I'm sure the spark plugs are good because it's not misfiring or anything. It's just like, it just dies and just smells terrible behind it. I mean, I'm sure the spark plugs are black now because it's been running rich for a little while. Air filter not an issue? No, it's not. I changed the air filter. That didn't make a difference. So I think for now, this is where I'm gonna end because it's getting kind of late for this. If you take that diaphragm out, you can clean it. This one. I think I'm going to do a little bit of soul searching tonight, aka eBay searching, to see if I can find a carburetor that was rebuilt and install that one, which may disappoint some of you guys, but that's just what I you know, if you're going to watch this stuff, that's what happens. Prepare for disappointment. Because that's what I'm leaning towards right now. And then, as I'll hang on to this one, I might still rebuild it. And I don't know, I might still rebuild it and like put it in for like fun, but I don't know. I have to see. Yeah, it's 8:18 where I am. I'll do a couple minutes if people have questions or just want to tell me their thoughts and feelings. But then I'm going to go because it's getting late and I work Sundays, which is usually why I end these so early. I work early on Sundays. Yeah, I've taken a bunch of photos of this thing after the stream, so I'll be able to compare. I also need to rewatch the videos and remember where I was here for the bolt, but good luck with the build. You were here for the bolt. That was a big moment. That was a big moment for the boys. I think hopefully next week I don't have to do the same thing. Hopefully next Saturday we're not breaking out any power tools and we're just putting one back in. Listen, 3 bolts. I was here when you pulled the cart. Oh, Handy Andy, my man. You're MVP of me taking this thing out. 3 bolts and cleaning, it's not that bad. I think you should look into... Okay, so this is my promise to you. I'm going to watch a YouTube video or two. Is the AC? I don't even have AC in this bad boy. I wish this thing had AC, but it doesn't. So this is my promise to you. I'll actually watch a YouTube video about this thing and people taking it apart, because I'm sure there is one. I won't go into it blind, and I'll decide from there. And I'll get I'll see what I want to do there. And then if it doesn't look too bad, I will actually... If it doesn't, they do come with AC. I have a friend that actually has a K-van and his actually has AC. But if it doesn't look too bad, I'll clean it and I'll reassemble it, then I'll try to install it. But I don't know. My confidence in this is low. No AC. So those are my thoughts and feelings right now. And this is a dictatorship. It's not a democracy. You gotta remember that. It's my show. I run the show. Easy peasy cleaning it, trust me. You got a lot of faith in me. Handy Andy. I don't know. Maybe I do give a... Did you pull the pilot screw out? The pilot screw? I don't even know what the pilot screw is. I do not know what the pilot screw is. Oh, the idle screw? No, I did not. I don't even know where that is, to be honest with you. I know the idle adjustment. Have a couple square feet of clean bench to start. This is my clean bench. What are you talking about? Okay, so maybe I'll do a cleaning of it and I'll reinstall. Maybe I'll do a cleaning of this one, then I'll like live stream the reinstall and startup. And if it doesn't work, then I order a new one. And I'll just try to be really quick about doing it and not wait till next week. But I'm not sure. Kind of on a pressed time limit here. I also don't want to spend, you know, a couple $100 if I don't need to. I'll have to see. Yeah, I won't live stream that. Plus, I don't think people are that interested in cleaning, and I'm not that interesting of a person to talk to for that long. Generally, I'm surprised that people watch this, but as long as people are watching, I'm gonna keep doing it. Because what? I just spray the shit out of it with carb cleaner and just get into all these little ports when I have the right brushes. Do you have access to an ultrasonic? I do not. I unfortunately do not. What does this guy do? What's number 2 here? You know, sometimes I swipe through and I see people on live just like playing a video game that have 4 viewers. And they've been trying forever, but like I've had hundreds of people watching this, which is crazy. Yeah, because if I stick this little brush in there, like that's like a sure reason why it was running all messed up. Around that green wire is the pilot screw with the needle behind it. Pilot screw with the needle behind it. It is a strange carb. Also, I'm not sure why the choke I'm able to move when none of this I disconnected. I guess like when this solenoid pushes on that, the choke will, it's on the left side of that mesh. Over here somewhere. Well, I know this whole mechanism is for the choke, so I wish the mesh wasn't there. But see how you can see the butterfly valve move? Is that what you're referring to? Or are you referring to, I don't know what else you'd be referring to. I don't know carbs. I'm a fraud. I'm just faking it till I make it. I have like a tiny bit of mechanical understanding and I'm relying on that. Sets idle flow. Idle fuel flow. Oh, well, I know. Where is it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm actually going to do some research online. Get that seal out and put it by the piston. What seal? This one that I've been just crushing. There we go. I got the new one in there anyways. The pilot needle and screw. All right. Pilot needle and screw. Pilot needle and screw. What dictates fuel flow at idle? So what here, logically, would dictate fuel flow at idle? I'm not sure. I am not sure. Yeah, so as far as I'm aware, the only thing I can do during idle is this guy that pushes, like, you know, the butterfly valve open, and that's really like setting where the idle is. And then there is this guy here. That is that dictates the fuel mixture somehow. This is the fuel mixture right here. That guy. Which, I don't know. I can turn it and see what happens. That's the fun part, right? Experimenting. You and the boys just experimenting on a Saturday night. So turning this, I have no idea what that's doing. No, don't touch. Oh, don't worry, it's like 4'4". I have played with that to like there's no tomorrow, trying to get this thing to not run rich. So don't worry about that. That's long gone from any rhyme or reason of the setting. So is that it right there? That little guy right there? Yeah, that's why I wanted to take these solenoids out. But I can't. Actually, since I sprayed this one with PB Blaster, I'll give that one more shot. Let's see if I can get it out. And I'm gonna stop doing that. It's already starting to bounce my screwdriver out. It is a carburetor. And yes, it is a thingamajig. All right, I think at this point I'm gonna call it a night and do a little bit of research, and decide what I do. So I appreciate 6'4", Ben, Handy Andy, Roma, and I'm sure there's a couple others that I'm forgetting, but the fact that I went into this blind and just had a bunch of people that know what they're doing kind of tell me what to do is pretty sweet. It's actually fun. So I appreciate the people watching and helping out. Yeah, you know, I think I might order some because I think I've become enough of a 90s, 2000s Japanese vehicle connoisseur that I might have earned myself some Japanese standard screwdrivers. What's crazy is this carb costs the same as a Honda dirt bike. So is that a good thing or a bad thing? Oh, Honda dirt, like actual Honda dirt bike. I thought you meant the carb from a Honda dirt bike. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it's pretty gross how expensive it is. All right, well, that being said, I'm gonna sign off now. So thanks everyone for the help. I'm gonna decide what I'm gonna do. All right, thanks everyone, bye.